So an interesting lineup coming out here, Brian, as Chase Moore and Basquine are on the floor. And that means Bubba McNeil is on the bench for this possession. So here we go, Atlantic City with the basketball. 30 seconds to go. The Vikings trail by 2.
Middle showing zone again, Mike. And you better be careful here because of the way Jones can shoot it.
Got to keep an eye on Jones. He's got the basketball now. Now it's Roseboro. 23 seconds left. AC needs a 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. They go inside out, pass off the mark. Zarfati with the steal. Michael Zarfati goes in and gets 2. Middle by 4. Clock continues to run. 10 seconds to go.
That's actually a good foul. It's actually a good foul there. Maybe not a good foul, but it's not the worst foul because they're not in the penalty yet. And it allows Middle to set their defense here.
And I believe that's certainly what Coach Lamar Greer talked about in the last time out. He may have also been yelling that as the play came up the floor. But now it's a 2-possession game. So now if you're Middle, you can't foul. If you're AC, you got to go quick. Jones for 3, off the mark. Rebound to Middle. Trombetta. And he'll pull it out and then shoot and hit. And that's the exclamation point. Middle Township out of nowhere. Half dead in the first half. The Panthers find their way in the Cape Atlantic League Tournament Final.
What a second half by Middle Township. I mean, practically left for dead, Mike, down 16 at halftime. And they were just tremendous. And they really did it down the defensive end, holding Atlantic City to 20 points in the second half.
Trombetta, a team-high 16 points as he turned it on in the second half. Zarfati with 13, a number of big plays on the defensive end. Real Basquine with 8 points. Jameer McNeil with 7. Bubba McNeil with 7. Aiden Howe had that big 3 in the first half, did not play in the second half, and Chase Moore played sparingly in that second half, finishing with 2. For Atlantic City in the loss, Mikel Jones was outstanding. He finished with a game-high 18 points. Frank Gilliam had 12. And then 5 points for Roseboro, 5 points for Daniels, 4 points for Ice Cup, 2 for Finks, 2 for Gordy Harris.
All right, and we'll see if we can get a post-game interview real quick. Mike, we'll grab somebody from Middle's team.
All right, stay with us here again. We understand we were experiencing some technical difficulties here tonight, and there's probably a pretty good chance you're watching the end of this broadcast after the game ended. Just know we were scrambling, doing all we could to get back on the air. The internet was cut out from under our feet here in Millville. And again, Middle Township comes away with the victory. 56-50 is the final. And the Panthers, top-seeded Panthers, will take on Mainland in the Cape Atlantic League Tournament Final. That'll be on Saturday in Egg Harbor Township. A 12 noon start. And then the girls' game to follow. That will be the Mainland girls taking on Wildwood Catholic. So another excellent doubleheader for Cal Championship Saturday is on tap on Saturday. The Vikings, is this it? We know the Vikings will not play in the state tournament, so if they don't add another game, this is the end of the line for an outstanding season for Atlantic City. And if it is the end, the Vikings finish with a mark of 20-5. Again, a ton of credit to AC here tonight, pushing Middle Township to the brink. But Middle Township finding a way to claw back in the second half and then hold off the Vikings down the stretch. Middle Township, of course, moves to 24-2. Some business to take care of on Saturday, and then, of course, the state playoffs to come after that. So we'll bring in Michael Zarfati to the broadcast here, who I see in the hallways sometimes at Middle.
What's up, man? How are you?
So, Mike, great game. I'll let Brian start here, but tremendous comeback. Go ahead, Brian.
Mike, what was the message at halftime must have been to to get back in the game defensively. What you did defensively in the second half to get back in the game, speak to that.
Well, Lamar is a great coach. I couldn't thank him enough, man. Halftime, he was really just talking about stay the pace, listen to what he has to say. We were complaining in the first half. We weren't ourselves, so we stuck together as a team. We came out and killed it, man. That's what we had to do.
For you personally, I know last year was a tough year for you. You had to sit out because of the knee, and to be such a contributor for the team tonight, or even all season, but with what you did tonight in such a big game, it's got to feel good for you.
Well, yeah, man, it feels amazing. The first half I was slow, but my coach told me keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. So that's what I did, man. He's a great coach. Last year was rough. We got to win South Jersey Championship. I was a part of it, but not really. So this year's a lot of fun, man. I hope to go win it again.
When you guys made that run in the third, when you got within one or maybe you pushed ahead by one, Coach Greer's out there chest bumping, high-fiving, acting like one of you guys. How much does that pick you up? He's one of those coaches, he doesn't get on officials. He doesn't want you guys getting on officials. He keeps it about you guys. But for him to get hyped up like that, what kind of message did that send?
Let me tell you, I've never seen him like that. He's very professional. Not to say that's not professional. I think that's awesome. But he's very professional with the refs. Even if we don't get what we want, he's all cool about it. He never talks to the refs, doesn't want us talking to him, doesn't want us talking trash. He's really big on getting us to college, man. So he knows what it takes to get to college. He's been there. He's been through it all. So he's a wonderful coach. And yeah, he was pumped. I've never seen him that pumped in my life, actually. That was crazy.
Mike, that last defensive possession after the timeout, you came out and played zone. I know you had to worry about Jones with the three, and you got the steal there and the bucket that really sealed it. What was the message in that timeout about getting that stop?
Well, we needed that stop big time. We were up 2, I believe.
Yes.
We needed that stop big time. Coach went zone because he wanted to switch it up, so he knew they were going to be preparing for man, so he went zone. It's very smart. And we went out and we executed. They made a mistake. We succeeded. We executed off the mistake.
And your thoughts about Saturday? You're going to get to play Mainland for a league championship.
It's going to be fun, man. We haven't played them yet this year. They're a great team. We know they're a great team. We're going to prepare very well for them, and it's going to be fun, man. Lots of fun.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Another big game from Michael Zarfati, who finished with 13 points. Again, Trombetta leading the way with 16, but this game was won certainly on the defensive end here in the second quarter. So, again, we appreciate you staying with us tonight through all of the technical difficulties, and we understand many of you may have watched the end of this game after it actually ended. Nothing we could really do about that, but stick with us. Hope to be back online for Championship Saturday at Egg Harbor Township High School. But for now, for the entire Cape Atlantic Live crew, for Matt Ulmer, for Brian Kniff, I'm Mike Frankel saying so long from Millville. Middle Township finds a way, 56-50, the final over Atlantic City.